Greetings and welcome. In this session, we will discuss about the air washer and psychometric processes. Now, in the last video session, we have discussed about the different types of psychometric processes which are carried out in order to do the conditioning of air. Now, here in this video session, there is a device or instrument which is used in order to obtain some types of psychometric processes. So here in this image you can see the outlook of this air washer, where we find inside this air washer, this is a chamber. Inside this air washer we find the different components. In a detail we will discuss, or we will study with the help of block diagram. Here if you see in this block diagram, this is a chamber. At the bottom there is an arrangement of stored water. We call it as pan or water sum. Now from this sum, this water is pumped to this upper side. So these are the spray nozzles. To the chamber there are two inlet and outlet. From the left side air is going inside, from the right side air is coming out. So when this air is moving inside, it is coming in a contact of small droplets of the water, and thus there is addition of moisture to the air. So when this air comes out, that air is humidified air. So along with the humidification, temperature of that water, if we want to decrease, then we have to operate here cooling coil, and if we want to increase the temperature of air which is coming out, then we have to operate here heating coil. So based on the requirement of decreasing the temperature or increasing the temperature, here a cooling coil or heating coil is provided. So it is a cooler or heater. So here now, based on the amount of temperature and amount of humidification, there are, and also at which temperature, type of temperature, there are some processes which can be achievable. At the inlet, if you see, here is a filter provided in order to control the dust which may go inside. So for the cleanliness purpose, that is the one of the requirement of air conditioning. And here this water, when is being used, spray water, after some time the level inside this sump is going down. So in order to maintain the level, certain level, there is a makeup water arrangement provided. Now we will see in the next slide different processes, psychometric processes, which are achievable with the help of air washer. So here this is a point. Suppose if you take this will be inlet to the air washer. So condition of air washer is shown, condition of air which is in to the air washer is shown by the point 1, and outlet condition of the air from the air washer is shown by these different points. We will take here first 1 to 2. 1 to 2 process, in which if you see, here if you see 1 to 2, then here on the psychometric chart in last video session also we have discussed that when the process is carried out with the condition in which enthalpy is not changing, so that process is called as adiabatic. So this is what the adiabatic cooling, it is also called as evaporative cooling. So this process how is obtained? To obtain this process, the temperature of spray water which is sprayed, that is to be maintained equal to wet bulb temperature of entering air. So for this condition we can obtain adiabatic cooling or evaporative cooling process with the help of air washer. Other also all the processes which are obtained when the spray water inlet temperature spray water temperature which is sprayed, that is equal to particular temperature of entering air. So if you see 1 to 3 process, so this is a horizontal process without change of specific humidity. Only the dry bulb temperature, is changed. But this process is taking place like this. Means here in this case, the temperature of water, spray water, that is maintained equal to dew point temperature of entering air. Here, because we have seen in a psychometric chart that dew point temperature values are mentioned on the saturation curve. So the process is like this. So this is what 1 to 3 process, sensible cooling. We call this process as a sensible cooling. Now, if you take this 1 to 5 process, 1 to 5 process in which dry bulb temperature is not changed, dry bulb temperature is constant, only the humidity is changed. So to obtain this process, spray water temperature should be equal to dry bulb temperature of entering air. Then we will find, or we will achieve this process 1 to 5, that is called as humidification process. Now here this is a 1-4 process in which, if you see, this is a 4 point, that is the below point number 3. This point is a dew point temperature. So when the spray water temperature is equal to temperature of air which is below dew point temperature, in that case this 1 to 4 process is taking place. That is what cooling and dehumidification process. 1 to 4. This is dehumidification. Okay. So process 1 to 4, that is cooling and dehumidification process. And the process that is 1 to 6. In this process, if you see, the temperature of spray water is a greater than dry bulb temperature of air entering. So in this case, temperature of coming air will be increased. So process will be taking place humidification, heating, and its moisture content is increasing. That is why process will be taking place humidification. So this 1 to 6, this process is a heating and humidification. So for this process, the condition is what? Spray water temperature should be greater than dry bulb temperature of entering air. So in this way, these are the probable possible processes which can be obtained with the help of air washer. So let us meet in the next video session of HVAC. Thank you.